balance point, all right? And we've all been transgender for some time, and that's kind of what happened after the sexual revolution, you know, that women went out to find external power, and in doing so took on almost a caricature of what they thought was masculine. The big 80s shoulder pads, okay, and the power tool enforced hairdos of Maggie Thatcher days, okay, and tried to be taken seriously, but they weren't in their inner power, they weren't in their true feminine essence, so that could not be sustained, okay. And likewise the snag. The snag is not a sustainable aspect either, you know, a man that is passive, that will say whatever it is you want, but underneath is not actually honouring his own heart. So those were the kind of teething archetypes that we journeyed through for a while. Where we find ourselves now is that no longer is it enough for us to know, we have to have a practice. We have to have practices to anchor and heal the feminine and masculine within us. And to do that, it's really quite simple. To attune to and heal the inner feminine, we just have to attune to the lunar cycle. So in other words, whether you have incarnated as a male or a female, we are all awakening the holy hermaphrodite, okay, which is the being who is soul, who acknowledges they are both feminine and masculine. And to honour the lunar cycle means that you will be emotionally balanced, which means that you won't be so emotionally needy with your partner, okay? So that you don't trigger each other's wounded child crap so often, all right? So to honour the lunar cycle, it's really simple. At dark moon, when we are at our most inward, our most tired, our vulnerable, our most easily triggered, which is 2 weeks after full moon, that's when you want to have a ritual bath with essences and oils. That's when you want to journal. That's when you want to nana-nap. That's when you have takeout or leftovers. And it's when you spend time alone or don't make any demands on each other, okay? And allow for the fact, hey, it's dark moon, everyone's a bit itchy and scratchy, all right? Then at first quarter moon, this is date night. Okay, if you're not in a partnership, this is get your girlfriends and get Doris Day and some nail polish and have a pampering night. For the guys, this is have a poker night or get your friends together to jam in the garage. Okay, because first quarter moon emotionally is when we are in the inner maiden or the inner knight, the teenager, okay, or the 20-something, regardless of whether we're 18 or 80. So at first quarter moon, we need fun, we need play, especially if you're a parent, okay? Because when you become a parent, the knight and the maiden are the first two that get thrown off the bus. It's like, oh, I don't have time for any of that. Yeah, or the budget. So your sense of light-hearted joy and play will shrivel up like a prune and die if you don't nurture that aspect. And if you're lucky enough to have found someone who you really enjoy, make it an absolute commitment that you go out and play laser gun or go and see the latest kids film, yeah? Or, I don't know, go those wonderful spring-loaded boots you can get and have slushies, yeah? But just do something that is silly, okay? Full moon is when the tides bring you back together. And this is the archetypes of the king and the queen, okay? Or mother, father. And this is when the sun and the moon are closest to each other and the moon reflects the light of the sun. And so this is the most harmonious time and when both are in their light, okay? So this is a night of tantric practice, okay? And that doesn't have to be, you know, oh God, we've got to get in this position and then breathe 9 times. No, you're in your head if that's what you're, you know, focusing on, technique, you know? Basically, a tantric practice is very simple. It's about finding as many ways to creatively express your gratitude and your love and honour the divine being in front of you that is your greatest teacher and your greatest mirror. acknowledging that for the rest of the month they might make you weep and annoy the poo out of you. But at this time, you acknowledge that you've asked for that. Okay? So traditionally, you would both get a gift for each other, a surprise. Okay? It might be something you found on a walk, you know, something that is a beautiful, natural, sacred object. So we're not talking about a big rock, all right? This is where relationships have gone askew, yeah? It's not about showing how much you love someone with a wallet this big, yeah? It's about taking actions, because love is a verb. It's about taking action. So, but setting aside the time where you turn off your mobile phone, okay? Where you don't, oh, hang on, I'll just check my emails and my Facebook and my, yeah? It's like, no, I'm going to set sacred space, I'm going to light candles, I'm going to put on Omar Farouk, good music, and I'm going to cook a very sensual meal that we can eat with our hands, yeah? Or I'm going to write a poem and I'm going to share it with him on this night. Or I'm going to give him a foot bath and I'm going to anoint his chakras, yeah? So it's a night of honouring the sacredness of your union, all right? Then last quarter is the archetypes that are evoked are the wise man and the wise woman. And these archetypes, again, regardless of our chronological age, are when we feel more and more reclusive, okay? And we might just need some headspace. And knowing that, the other is not going to take it personally, yeah? And then start getting triggered and, you know, it's just, hey, I need some silence, I need a night on my own, I need a night in a bed on my own, yeah? It's just allowing yourself to be with the self. Okay, and if you gift yourself that, then you're going to have more to give at the next full moon, okay, and as the moon waxes again. So that's the lunar cycle.